Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this video, we are going to be doing a relatively quick recap of San Diego Comic-Con reveals. I'm not going to cover everything. I'm going to do one video hitting all the hot spots, the things I care about the most, and I think things that are pretty popular anyway, but I'm not going to cover every little thing that came out at Comic-Con. It's just too much stuff. Can't do that, but we are going to cover a lot of stuff, so let's just get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about would be the InArt stuff. Now, of course, I do get review samples from them, and I was invited to their special private showing thingy, but I couldn't make it to Comic-Con. So all of these photos are from various places, whether it's Preternia or Toy Arc or Toy News or individual Instagram users, things like that. I'll have links down in the description below. Credit goes to those people, and I'm glad other people were able to go. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to talk about this stuff. Hopefully someday I can go again. And that's for everything, not just InArt, but this is what we're talking about now. So InArt, let's start with the Terminator stuff. This is Terminator 1 stuff, which is not my jam. I'm all about T2. But if you're into Terminator 1, both of these figures, both the regular and then the beat up one, they look pretty darn good. I will say though, I hate to start off on a sour note, I think the faces could use a little bit of work. I know he was younger then and he had a little bit of a different look, but still, I think these could use some work. But overall, they look really nice, and I am very excited to see, assuming they do T2, what they do with Terminator 2. I would love to replace my Mafex with these. Next up, I'll cover this stuff really quickly. I heard somebody say these were Valorant figures. I don't know that. That's not a thing I'm super familiar with, but they look nice. All three of these that are gray look really good. The one that's colored looks really good as well. No idea what that game, I mean, like, I know what it is, but not a thing I'm interested in specifically, but they look like good figures. Same thing for whatever these two things are. It's some kind of alien creatures. They almost look like the things from Mass Effect. I don't think that's what they are. Maybe they're Guyver. I have no clue. But they look really cool. Awesome figures that I'm going to be happy to mix in with, like, my Sexy Eye stuff. Those look fantastic. The detail work is incredible. And now I want to talk about some comic-based stuff. First, they showed a Superman, which is Superman, so we're going to move on from that pretty quickly. But it looks okay. I'm concerned about the shoulders, and I'm concerned about the S logo going so low. I know that's what it's supposed to look like, but that's going to be hard to turn into an action figure that looks good, so we'll see how they do. There's also a Batman that goes with that, which looks way better. Granted, Batman is just cooler, so whatever, but it looks great, and it certainly looks better than the Beast Kingdom of the same look. Okay, moving on. A couple more live action, well, not those aren't live action, but they kind of look like it. A couple of live action things. We have Harvey Dent from the TDK movies. Looks really good. I'm not into live action stuff so much, but I'm sure I'll review these, and I'll probably end up keeping them in my collection just because they're so good, just like the Christian Bale Batman and Catwoman. They look really nice. Same thing with Bane here. Looks fantastic. Granted, he's wearing his coat in this version, so, you know, there's not a whole lot to do with that other than make the coat look nice, but still, it does look pretty good. And then the last live action thing is the Batman, the one that I could not care less about. It looks really good though, and I know some people are all about this bat suit, so hey, you're eating good, as they say, so that's pretty nice. Next thing I want to talk about would be Fat Batman. He looks fantastic. At this point, I'm starting to think InArt is trying to make it so that you don't need any other brand for action figures, for Batman stuff related, at least. And they might very well be right, because this Batman looks fantastic, and as much as I love the Mafex one, this looks so good. I think there's a good chance I replace all my Mafex figures with InArt if there's a possibility. Same thing goes for the Mutant Leader and his nipples. It looks fantastic. I don't have a figure of that guy. I don't particularly like the character, but this looks so good. I would definitely get it to just go with Batman. He looks fantastic. Next up would be a Joker. I don't know which version of Joker this is specifically. I would bet it's Hush, or maybe not Hush, because they're not doing Hush, are they, yet? I don't think they are. Anyway, it's a Joker. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's Hush version. So I don't know what it is, but it looks really nice. So there's another one Mafex is replacing. We have the White Knight Batman. A little bit less stylized than the McFarlane figure, which was actually incredibly good, but obviously not anywhere near the same realm of quality as InArt, and this looks fantastic, so I'm thrilled about that. Another popular look for Batman. And then the last one I want to talk about would be the absolute Batman, which we've seen a static prototype forever ago. It wasn't really even a prototype, just like an idea, a proof of concept. This is an articulated figure, and there's videos of people moving it around and stuff, but boy does it look good. Boy did they do a good job with this so far anyway. Of course I'll review it as a proper reviewer should, but as of right now, it is impressive looking. It looks so nice. So yeah, InArt came, they brought their A game, it looks like, and I'm very excited to get my hands on these things, and I wish I could have been there. Maybe next year, probably not, maybe the year after. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Let's talk about, well, let's just get the Bandai stuff out of the way. SH Figuarts, this is going to take about 2 seconds. They showed almost nothing new, which is weird to me. I mean, there's like a Naruto guy, I guess, or My Hero Academia too, but I'm just going to talk about the Dragon Ball stuff briefly. Firstly, they showed off a new Frieza, which is not a new Frieza. It's a battle damage version of the one they just freaking released, and I'm so sick of Bandai at this point. Between their crappy releases and the selection of the things they're releasing, it's like they're trying to lose customers to third party. I don't get it. This Frieza should not be... this should have been the thing that they released in the first place, I think. But also, if you're going to reuse basically everything and release the same character over and over again, the prices need to come down and the quality needs to go up. We'll see. Like, maybe this thing looks great, but I don't know how people are feeling about it. I'm not thrilled with the fact that we just got this Frieza, and now we're getting it again. Speaking of getting it again, here's a new Vegeta. It looks good. I'm guessing it's going to be the exact same as the one I just reviewed that people say has buck teeth, just with a different head, different color scheme. I'm thinking it's the same thing. It's a really good, it's probably the best Vegeta, but still, can, like, do something that isn't just the same thing over and over again, Bandai. You're driving everybody crazy. Speaking of, here's another Goku. It looks fantastic. The new head sculpt, the hair, that's gorgeous. It looks so good. The rest of it's not new. It's another reissue with a new head, essentially. What the heck? What the heck? Like, fine, do these, but make them cheap as heck. And keep making new stuff, too. Like, right now, what do we have? Android 13, and that's it? What else is new? Here's a Trunks figure, which is like 4 years behind the third-party stuff. And it looks fine. Like, sure, that looks good enough. But it's like, okay, too little too late. I'll buy it, but I'm not thrilled about it, and they aren't doing anything to make this brand, this line, exciting anymore. I do like that they used the Trunks hip flaps for pockets this time, so they're not going to look goofy. So yeah, that's it. That's it. They didn't show anything impressive, unless I missed it, and I don't think I did. They didn't show anything nice off at all. Way to go, Bandai. Moving on, let's do... I want to do Jada, then we'll save Hasbro for the end. Okay, let's do the Jada stuff. I'll start with Mega Man. They didn't show off any new stuff. They're finishing off this bunch here, and then they're going to rethink what they're doing, is from what I've heard, which is unfortunate because I would really like to see X. But what they did show here does look really good. We have Guts Man, Bomb Man, Snake Man, I don't know their names, and then Proto Man, I know some of their names, but they look freaking good. Like, I've always said good things about this line, and they might be not your thing, and they might be too toyish or whatever, but it's what they're supposed to look like, and they're doing a good job and coming in at a great price. They look so nice. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled with this line. Even the dog, what's his name? Rush? Is the sister Roll, and this guy's name is Rush? I can't remember. Don't mix those up because it could get awkward. But it looks good. Like, everything looks good from this line, so I'm just thrilled about that. I'll briefly touch on the Invincible stuff, which I know next to nothing about. I will review it for you guys, but I don't know anything about the characters. I don't intend to watch the show. I couldn't be less interested in it. But the figures look nice. They look good. I don't know about the cape. You guys loved your soft goods most of the time, and capes are a perfect choice for soft goods, but it's that shiny stuff, so I'm very concerned about it. But otherwise, this line looks super good. This is basically what Marvel Legends should look like. So, way to go, Jada, for putting the giant company of Hasbro in their place. A couple other things I want to talk about briefly. We have Astro Boy. I don't have like a personal attachment to it, but I might get this just for funsies. It looks really good. Like, there's not a whole lot going on there, but they nailed what's there, and that's great. Same thing for Strider, only a lot less of the same because there's a lot going on here. It looks really good. It's based on the Strider 2 game. It looks way cartoonish compared to what the Strider 2 game artwork, or, I mean, the sprites aren't super detailed, but still, like, I really want Jada to just pull away from that cartoony look. Like, it still looks really good. I'll be thrilled to buy this. Those legs in particular, the legs and I guess the eyes, it's just such an eyesore that they aren't going in like a slightly, even just like comic style, artwork style look. Like, it doesn't have to be photorealistic. I don't want that. But their straight lines and bubbly shapes just kind of throw things off. Let me know how you guys feel about that. But yeah, it looks good overall, so I'm thrilled about getting a Strider figure. I'm very happy about that. The other thing worth noting for Jada is their figures tend to look much better after production, so that's nice. Alright, real quick before we get into the nuts and bolts of Street Fighter, we have some more Cyberpunk figures, which we already knew we were getting. We have Maine and Rebecca and Atom Smasher, and they all look fantastic with some soft goods, a lot of sculpt work, a lot of paint work. These three look better than the previous two, if you ask me. Especially Maine, I think he looks great. So that's awesome. Okay, on to Street Fighter. We have some more looks at the three we already saw. Ryu, Chun-Li, and Charlie. Yeah, Charlie, it's not a good comparison. Like, you put that up against the arena one, maybe the knees look better on this guy, but literally everything else looks better on the arena figure. It's just too cartoonish and flat. Like, even like look at his muscles and his vest. Everything's flat with lines carved into it, sort of. Maybe the glasses are better, I guess, here, but we'll see. Like, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. I'll buy it. I'll happily buy it. It's still a good figure. I think the cartoonish vibe is hurting this line a little bit too much. Same thing for Ryu. In fact, I think he doesn't look very good. I think the face is way off. The new elbows idea is like a good thing. We'll see how it works out for the knees. So they have a chance to like beat Storm Arena in some way there. But from what we're seeing, they still look like very simple sculpts, which I get it, but I also don't. Now Chun-Li, on the other hand, she still looks a little bit iffy, but she is miles ahead of the Storm Arena Chun-Li. She looks freaking good compared to that figure, and honestly not bad overall. I still think the face is weird. That's been like their hardest thing to get right so far, but generally she looks pretty good, especially compared to the arena line. Now let's talk about the new ones. First, I want to get this one out of the way. We have Guy. It suffers from that cartoon bubbly thing. Those legs and hips, that transition area, but specifically the tubular legs, it really kills this figure's look. It looks so cheap. Also, I think his arms are way long. Maybe that's just the way these photos look, I don't know. But the legs look terrible. I think the face looks terrible. Now, they have a lot of time to fix things, and they tend to do that, so I'm still very optimistic. I love Guy as a character design, so I'm really hoping that they make this look much better than it is right now. This looks very rough, but I'm guessing it is actually very rough as a prototype. Next up is Adon, which looks really good. I don't know about those foot wraps. We'll have to check that. But otherwise, he looks really nice. The face is a little iffy, but still, in their style, it looks great. It looks like it's going to pose really well. It's going to be a really good figure. It's just going to be a standout as far as I can tell. It looks nice. Very, very nice. But that face, ugh. What are they doing with the faces? Alright, and then lastly for Jada, I want to talk about Sakura, which looks pretty darn good. It looks to me like they're going for the much younger version of her before she's got like the more muscular legs and whatnot, and that's fine. I don't know about the winky face. I guess it's fine. I'm sure there'll be another one, so I don't really care. I am concerned about how skinny her torso is. It looks weird. Like, it looks like she's not even a human, like they just stuffed a plug of plastic in there to connect the arms and neck to it. That looks a little strange. I'd like to see some kind of shape to her body, because her waist and like rib cage is narrower than her thigh, and she's got skinny legs here, so I don't know, but she looks really good. All that to say, Jada stuff, like I already said, it looks better once it gets into production, and these are earlier prototypes, so I'm very optimistic. I think this all looks very, very nice overall. I'm excited. They're still one of my favorite companies at this point. They're putting out good stuff left and right, and it looks like we're going to get more from them here, so that's nice. Now let's move on to the one and only Hasbro. We're going to do not everything, because I definitely don't care about anything Star Wars related or G.I. Joe or any of that. This is all going to be Marvel or Street Fighter related, and we're going to get the Street Fighter stuff out of the way as soon as possible, so let's get into it. We have the movie Street Fighter figures, which look like absolute, I'll use a British term, dog water. It looks terrible. Everything here is bad, from the movie look to the figures trying to emulate it to the execution. I'll give him the fire effects look all right, but why is this guy playing Akuma? What is going on there? What's going on with the beads? Why are his ropes on his waist like that? The whole thing looks absolutely ridiculous. He's got wide birthing hips, a frumpy body, everything sucks. And moving on to Chun-Li, even worse. Holy crap, does this look bad. Soft goods, great. This figure could not be more unimpressive looking. But we do have the foot effect, so that's all right. But no, nothing about this movie looks good to me. I can't understand why they're making a spoof movie that looks like a 90s commercial for G.I. Joe toys. I don't get it. Ken, holy crap, that doesn't even look like the guy, who already isn't a good pick for Ken, but it looks terrible. It looks so bad. The fireball might be okay. The legs look terrible. Everything looks terrible. The belts are tied incorrectly. What is happening? And then we have Ryu. He actually looks like the best out of all of them, but he's got dirty armpits. Whose idea was that? Why are his armpits dirtier than his pant bottoms? The fireball doesn't even look good for this guy. These are just terrible, terrible looking figures. So let's move on to something that's not so terrible looking. We have the MVC Sentinel, and oh my goodness, you know what? I don't understand what Marvel Legends collectors want. They are happy to spend $30 for an average reused body-ass crappy Marvel Legends figure, but then when they release an 11-inch tall Sentinel that's screen accurate with all kinds of features and accessories and range of motion and everything, for only 3 times the price, just about, it's too much. It's no good. What do you want? I don't get these Marvel Legends collectors that are against this, but for the regular releases. It's just nuts to me. This thing looks great. Like, yes, that's too much money. Everything is nowadays, especially from Hasbro. But for a Marvel Legends figure for $100, you're getting an 11-inch tall Sentinel with the shoulder things, mouth things, hand things, everything you need it to have. And it appears to have really good range of motion, which shouldn't be that hard given his design, but still. I don't care that he doesn't have a lot of paint. It looks like the game. As long as it's not swirly plastic, I'm fine with this. I'm so psyched for this. It looks really good. They put a lot of effort into the sculpt, it looks like, and the range of motion, and the effects. I'm very excited for this. Very excited, so that's great. Unfortunately, the Gamerverse line is a bit of an underwhelming situation at this point, because we see a repainted Shumagorath, which is humongous and kind of a disappointing figure in the first place. So it's like, I don't really care about that, but sure, a repaint. We have a repainted Spiral. I don't know what her deal is, if there's any new stuff going on here or not. Maybe the swords, whatever. Like, she's fine. And we have a repainted Psylocke. She's got a slightly different situation going on with the face, so that's nice. But it's mostly repaint. Same thing with Wolverine. I think he has an alternate head that's nice, but okay, and bone claws, so cool. Not exactly just thrilling me. I wanted to see some more new stuff. But one of the new things we do get is Iron Man, and as far as I can tell, this is a new Iron Man figure, and it is damn good looking, and it comes with some nice repulsor blasts and the shield, and I'm very excited about this Iron Man, so that's awesome. I do like the Wolverine in Spiral. Is that her name? I feel like that's not her name. Am I going crazy? Anyway, they look good, but they just aren't as thrilling as a whole new figure. Speaking of not being a new figure, we'll talk about the Maximum Spider-Man in just a minute. Let's talk about just a couple random things. We have the Magic the Gathering 4 characters, which I don't really care at all about. I think Doom looks awesome. So does, who is the other lady? I didn't even look at it up close. I don't know who the other lady is, but she looks really good. I didn't look at the box up close. And then Captain America, I don't care about that look for him at all, but it looks like a good figure. And then Black Panther looks like another Black Panther that looks decent, so that's fine. Other thing I want to talk about real quick would be Mole Man. This looks like a fun pickup. Like, it harkens back to the early days of Marvel Legends, so that's a really nice thing. And it looks like it's going to be good enough with a couple different head options on there. I think that'll be okay. And now it's time for, I'm not going to make a separate video about this because it's a repaint for the most part. It's time to talk about the Maximum Black Suit Spider-Man, which is amazing to me that they went ahead and did a repaint this early on. Like, holy crap. You've made mostly bad figures in the Maximum line, and you're already dipping into the repaint territory. That's nuts to me. And, I talked about how that figure, the original Spider-Man, was a little bit too skinny before, but boy, does this just show it off. This all-black body makes it so apparent that this guy looks like an anorexic long-distance runner who's about 80 years old. His body is so skinny and unimposing. And he's got a giant bobblehead of a head. What are they doing over at Hasbro? That is just nuts. It looks so absolutely ridiculous anytime the unmasked head is on him. Even with the masked head, he's still skinny and weird looking. I will give him credit. The Spider Sense thing looks pretty good. I like the idea of some of the accessories, but I think they look cheap as hell. The web lines don't look very nice. Okay, good, he's got his gun, whatever. A canister of symbiote, don't care. More accessories to pad out an underwhelming release. I don't get it. Also, they photoshopped the ever-living crap out of the render for the cover of the box. Like, that's not even close to what it what the figure actually looks like, so that's a thing. But yeah, they're already doing a repaint of a relatively underwhelming, overpriced figure, and it looks like they haven't fixed any of the issues, only made them more obvious and more glaring, so that is super disappointing. But I am thrilled about the Sentinel. That is the showstopper for them, if you ask me. Street Fighter sucks, and all the MVC stuff was at least fine, so that's good. But yeah, I think a relatively underwhelming showing from Hasbro, at least on the Marvel side of things. Yeah, but Sentinel, other than Sentinel, man, I'm thrilled about that. Okay, that's it for Hasbro. And that will do it. That'll cover everything I want to talk about for Comic-Con. If there's anything specifically interesting to you that I missed, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. Maybe I'll be able to make a separate video or post or something about it. But let me know what you guys thought about all of these different things. If you're excited for them, if you think they're bad, whatever it is, let me know in the comment section below and we'll have a chat, but that'll do it for today. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.